So, your boy Canelo is at it again. Pretty sure you already know what I'm talking about. It has come out that Canelo Alvarez next opponent will be a guy named Alungu Makabu. I don't even know how to fucking pronounce his name. No disrespect to his name. Shout out to him. Shout out to him. So Canelo decided to unify 168 and skedaddle out of 168 to avoid fighters and to not to defend his title like a real champion is supposed to. And he decided to skip 175 and go right up to Cruiserweight. So your boy pretty much did one of these things here. But wait, there's more. Even though the fight is supposed to be Cruiserweight, there's been speculation that the fight will be at a catch weight of 190 pounds. So this guy, Makabu, is a known puncher. He has, I think, 28. I'm not sure how many wins. I think he got 28 wins with 26 knockouts, I think. Right? Big puncher, right? He's a Nigerian. He's been mainly obscure. I've never heard of this guy. I've never watched at him, kept up with him, anything until I heard about this. And I went back, watched some of his fights. Dude is really slow. He's nothing special, no special effects at all. But he hits hard as a truck. Doesn't really matter though, because he's gonna be weight drained. He's gonna drain himself down to 190. And he's gonna be drained in that fight, and you're gonna magically see his punching power diminish. One or two things is going on here, guys. One or two things is gonna happen with this fight. You're gonna see him lose his punching power. Magically, he's gonna be this dude that's gonna be pillow fisted, or he's just not gonna touch Canelo in the right places. Either this fight is already fixed, or he's gonna be weight drained and Canelo's gonna, end up knocking him out. I predict the dude's gonna be weight drained. There might be a combination of these two things, but the dude's definitely gonna be weight drained, and then we're gonna probably see it just like the way the Kovalev fight ended. It's probably gonna end just like that. And this is what we get, guys. This is what boxing is turned into. And the Canelo fanboys will defend this. They will find ways. I've seen comments already. He deserved a light touch. He's been putting in work. But yet, Mauricio Suleiman, Reynoso, Canelo, everybody else in their team and their little bubble, they said that they want to fight the best out there. They said they want to fight the best fighters. But you're moving like a less than champ. You're not, people keep saying he's fighting for legacy. That's bull. Let me tell you something, man, about legacy. Real champions, and let me repeat this again, real champions don't do this when they get belts and unify or become undisputed. They don't do this right here. They plant their feet. They do some. They take on some title defenses, and then if there's anybody else that is of notoriety in that division, they get that person too, knock them off, move up to a next division. That's what I think. What a real boxing champion should be, man. Somebody that wants to become undisputed and get all the accolades in whatever division or ever how high they can go. And Canelo's doing it backwards. He's just jumping all over the place, and not just Canelo, other fighters too. This is the same way that Javante Tank Davis is being moved right now. It's almost identical. Not quite there yet, but it's Canelo Alvarez and Tank Davis careers are pretty much the same, man. But Canelo's is like swollen times 10, because he's more accomplished and seasoned than Tank is. So, but if you look at it, it's the same. Now, resume wise, Canelo clearly has the better resume, but I'm talking about their behavior, the way they're being moved. And a lot of people will argue and say, well, Canelo deserves this in his stage in his career. Look at Floyd. Look how Floyd was picking around fighters. Listen, man, I'm not taking that. There's some things about Floyd I'm not proud of. He should have fought some fighters too that I wish he would have fought. I wish he should have fought a few fighters, man. Paul Williams. There's a lot of people that wanted Floyd to fight, and Floyd didn't fight him. Now, some of these aren't Floyd's fault. Some of them are. So Floyd doesn't get immunity over here with me either. But we're not talking about Floyd. Stop trying to throw all of the heat off of Canelo by bringing Floyd up. That's what these dudes do a lot. They try to divert and deflect away from Canelo, and then they try to redirect the energy to Floyd Mayweather. It's not going to work anymore. Everybody already see what's going on. And if they haven't seen before, now they definitely know. So he's going to go and fight this dude that's going to be weight trained. And real champions don't put rehydration clauses on fighters. Real champions don't do catch weights. What are you worried about? If you're confident in your skill set, why do you need to put on a rehydration clause? Oh, that because you're going to come in too big. Well, then what the hell are you fighting at a higher division for if you're worried about somebody coming in too big? Does that make any sense? I never understood that. I don't understand why some boxers do that. If you got to put a rehydration clause on something or catch weight, then you don't need to fight up there. Stay where you are. And what did everybody really expect, man? I mean, we saw this coming. We just didn't know it was gonna be cruiserweight, but we saw this coming, man. His career is clearly engineered. They're fighting. They're not gonna put Canelo when they're with anyone dangerous. Trust me. They're not gonna just throw him in the fire with somebody they didn't get to vet and study first. I'm telling you, as similar to the way Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe is moving Tank Davis, it's the same exact blueprint. Same blueprint. So he's gonna fight this dude. Then what? Who's gonna fight after him? Is he gonna stay at cruiserweight and take on Bradis or anybody else that's up there? Because cruiserweight, man, I don't really follow cruiserweight that much, but many people don't. It's nothing. Cruiserweight is a very weak division. Nobody really talks. It's not really popular like that. So it's clear he decided to do the skips and jet off into another division without facing David Benavidez. There's other fighters too. I mean, you just want undisputed, bro. There's people that want to see you for those belts. And I don't know if he's probably not gonna vacate. He's probably gonna hold on to the 168 belts. If he does, that means he's planning on coming back down. I doubt he's gonna make it back down. And if he doesn't, he's gonna vacate to avoid Benavidez. That's what's gonna happen. That's one of the possibilities. But guys, don't be surprised. This is how he moves. He's a diva. This is what divas do. They methodically pick their opponents, knowing that the opponents don't have no kind of heat for them. So this guy's gonna be big as hell. He's a puncher. So what they did is they found somebody. They were like, okay, this dude is a puncher. So we're gonna put they said Canelo don't fight black fighters. Okay, well, you fought Jacobs not too long ago, bro. So ain't nobody buying that shit. Tank Davis is the one that don't fight black fighters. You know what I mean? That's clearly Floyd and Leonard Ellerbe responsible for that. But as far as Canelo, no. He's doing this to make it seem like he's fighting some hard puncher that's a real serious threat, when most of us already know that this guy's not a threat to Canelo, man. Now, this is boxing, anything can happen, but I doubt it. He's the weakest link up there, the guy. But just for the simple fact that Canelo just decided to just not defend his titles, I hope this dude knock his fucking block off. I hope this is one of those situations where cherry picking goes horribly wrong. Quite possible, though. Quite possible. You know, I'm waiting to see. We will see all the way in May. So this guy, you know, he probably don't even have to train. They probably already coached him already. Like, listen, there's no need for you to train. You know, when we come in there, just lay down and just take this check. And let me become champ. Crazy, man. Listen, if you don't think that's possible, with the money that's behind Canelo and stuff, anything is possible, man. Anything is possible. But at the same time, as far as these other fighters go, that's waiting in line to fight Canelo, it's like these dudes is waiting in line it's like they waiting for school lunch in the line and shit, and got their tray out for the slop, man. It's just crazy. And this goes for all of these dudes, man. Benavidez has the most valid case to want to fight Canelo. At least that he was in his division, and he wanted to go redeem himself and get his belt back the right way, you know. So I can get Benavidez's angle, but overall, man, you know, these dudes need to step up and fight each other, man. Stop playing games and waiting for Canelo. Fight each other, man. Because this is what the Canelo fanboys want y'all to do anyway. That's what they say. Who has Charlo fought? Well, how about who has Benavidez fought? How about you let Benavidez take care of Charlo when they're not even in the same division? Trying to put hurdles in front of, in between Canelo Alvarez and other fighters. You know, it's crazy to watch it, but it's obvious, you know. But I wonder what you guys think about this, man. I think this is going to be an easy pick and fight for Canelo. He's going to probably knock the dude out, stop him or something, and then look like he's just this indestructible monster when that is furthest from the truth. And I think eventually somebody is going to pull Canelo's clock. I'm telling you. And he's going to be the veil is going to be blown. You know, but more or less, I want to shout out to the home boxing community, the whole boxing world. I'm sorry that, you know, you had to hear something like this, but unfortunately, that's just the way it is. The politics of boxing. Suleiman, you know, he's the one that's screwing up the Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez fight. You know, this dude's, you know, it's sad, man. It's sad. And I love boxing, man, but I can't love shit like this, man, at all. Makes me not really want to watch anymore, you know, because you know, pretty much know how everything gonna turn out. In my eyes, Canelo Alvarez will not ever be a real champion, man, unless, you know, he takes on people that he's not, you know, him and his team aren't choosing carefully. You know, once he do that, you know, he knocks off all these dudes that have been calling him out, if it ever happens. If he ever gets to do that, then I'll call Canelo the fucking man. Absolutely, hands down. But until you do that, no. You know, I think this is, you know, this is bad for boxing, man, because when other boxers see shit like this, then they might feel like they can get away with doing stuff like this, and then it starts a domino effect, and then you start seeing less and less good fights because of shit like this, man. And that WBC, Mauricio Suleiman, man, I think we need some kind of like a commission, man, to like either when you got somebody that's a threat to the sport, man, that's really killing the sport, like Mauricio Suleiman, they need to like push him out the sport or bar him from being the sanctioning body, or something gotta happen, man. But hey, that's just my opinion, man. But this is Rebel Life Boxing. Like, subscribe, share, comment. I'll see you guys later on the next one.